everyone. In Chapter 10, we learned how governance mechanisms are used to align the interests of managers with those of the firm's owners and how influence the firm's ability to implement their strategies. In addition to that, organizational structure and control is also important implement process for firms' strategic competitiveness. We will initially understand organizational structure and controls and the relationship between strategy and organizational structure. More deeply, we will try to understand the functional structures for business level strategies, three multi-divisional structure that we call M-form structure for corporate level strategies, and the organizational structures for international strategies. And finally, we will talk about strategic networks, how strategic center firms implement such networks at the business, corporate, and international levels. First, we talk about the meaning of organizational structure and controls. Organizational structure explains mainly the role of each department, functional units, and their managers, and the responsibilities for them. Many research has shown that organizational structure and controls highly and significantly affect firm performance when the structure matches to the firm's strategy because effective organizational structures provide more stability and more flexibility. If a firm is more stable, the work process and daily routines are consistent and predictable. If a firm is more flexible, managers easily identify the firm's opportunities and allocate the resources at the right activities. Organizational controls include the activities such as guiding the use of strategy, analyzing the difference or fit between actual and expected results, and suggesting corrective actions for unacceptable result. There are two types of controls, such as strategic controls and financial controls. Strategic controls are subjective criteria which is more focused on managers' ability, conducted by examining the fit between what the firms might do based on its external analysis and what the firm can do on its internal analysis that we have learned in earlier chapters. Then we evaluate how much focus on the requirements to implement its strategy that is chosen. The other is financial controls. Financial controls are more objective criteria intended to verify the firm's accounting-based performance, such as return on its investment or assets, or market-based performance such as economic value added that is calculated by subtraction between net profit and capital charge. Firms may match those control systems based on the firm's strategy. For example, a firm pursuing differentiation strategy may emphasize strategic controls that can verify the sharing activities or transferring of core competencies. And if a firm pursues a cost leadership strategy, the firm may emphasize financial controls to verify its quantitative cost goals. Now, please briefly think about the organizational structure of the opening case. As I mentioned earlier, it is critical for firms to match their strategies and organizational structures. Basically, the relationship between strategy and organizational structure is reciprocal such that initial organizational structure of the firm affect the strategy, and the strategy also affect future structure and strategies as well. The figure explains the growth pattern of strategy and organizational structure from simple structure to multi-divisional structures. They efficiently implement the strategy on the basis of a simple structure influences the next structure, that is functional structure, and its related strategies. If the firm efficiently implements the next level strategies on the functional structures, these influence the next level organizational structure, such as multi-divisional structure, so-called M-form structure. Let's begin with a simple structure. In a simple structure, which is usually composed of an owner as a manager and some steps, this structure usually matches with business level strategies and focused strategies because many firms in this structure focus a single market competition. If a firm grows, it encounters more managerial complexity and structural challenges, as well as lack of organizational skill and experience. Next level is functional structure, which forms with top manager or top management team and those functional units, as an example shown in the figure. This structure usually matches with business level strategies and some corporate level strategies, such as low level single or dominant business diversification strategies. Also, these functional level structures need advanced level top management team to integrate decisions and strategic actions. The more complex multi-divisional structure is composed of headquarters and sub-operating divisions, such as different product divisions or different regional divisions and so on, and their functional units in individual division. Those firms in multi-divisional structure involve more diversification strategies, and their officers need to more accurately monitor each business unit and more effectively allocate resources and also stimulate managers for better performance. Now we look at the functional structures used to implement business level strategies. We focus on 3 business level strategies and different forms of the functional organizational structures that are explained by 3 different characteristics, such as number and types of jobs, and decision-making authority, and formal rules and work procedures. First of all, the optimal functional structure to implement a cost leadership strategy needs relatively large centralized staffs who oversees activities of individual units, and especially emphasizes the role of process engineers because the operation is the main function rather than R&D and other units. This formalized structure and the manager roles generally allow firms reduce the cost. The figure shows the example of functional structure for implementing a cost leadership strategy. And a firm pursuing differentiation strategy focuses on mainly marketing and R&D functions in its central unit. But most functions are decentralized because differentiation strategy intend to produce goods and services that customers perceive as being different. Since those functional units are decentralized, the product ideas can be emerged from those functional units. The figure also shows the structure. And a firm pursuing integrated cost leadership and differentiation strategy forms a functional structure but focuses on 2 activities separately, such that focuses relatively low production cost in production and operations with frequent product change, and emphasize on differentiation of new product R&D as well. Zera can be a good example of this structure. So consequently, the integrated form of the functional structure needs the combination of centrally and partially decentralized decision-making pattern. Jobs are semi-specialized, and rules and procedures are also the combination of both formal and informal based on the level of concentration on either costly reducing or value creating.